Hi, my name is Greg Fell. I'm Director of Public Health in Sheffield, and this is a short piece on the rule of six. So there's a lot of confusion about the rule of six. There's a lot of confusion about bubbles and what you can and can't do inside and outside. Schools have reopened, pubs have reopened, and that's resulted in a lot of so what attitude. The rule of six, which I'll talk about just in a minute, is in place and is enforceable by law. So I see lots of people commenting on social media and elsewhere that I can go to the pub, but I can't have more than 6 people around at my house. Or I can be in school with 30 or 40 people, but I can't have more than 6 people around at my house. Those two things are very different. So the safety measures that are in place in pubs and schools are very different from what might be in place at your home after you've had a few beers. So pubs are meticulously disinfecting tables, they're meticulously disinfecting handles, toilet seats, touch points, which most homes aren't doing. I know my home isn't doing that. That's the key difference. What are the new rules on socialising? Here's a lesson in six education. In England, the new limit of up to 6 people from multiple households applies both indoors and outdoors and to all ages. Gatherings in private homes, public venues like pubs and restaurants, and in outdoor spaces like parks are all affected. The guidelines for England refer to times when mingling could break the rules. Mingling across a bigger group of people basically amplifies and accelerates transmission. And that's the thing that we're trying to avoid. We know that transmission is principally household based, so anything that amplifies and accelerates that becomes much more worrisome to people like me. And what we're also seeing is that the transmission is going up the age ranges in households. So if I live in a household with someone much older than me, there's a high chance that that older person is going to become infected. Hence, the rule of 6 also matters in households. If I'm at a pub, a restaurant or other venue, we should avoid mingling with anyone outside your group, even if they're people you know. The measures do mean police can break up groups of larger than 6. And members of the group can be fined if they fail to follow the rules. Those fines range from £100 for a first offence, doubling on each occasion, up to a maximum of £3,200. There are exceptions to the rule. Full details are the link at the end of the video. We must all adhere to the guidance. We know that the rate of transmission in Sheffield, like lots of places, is going up. The rules are there to protect all of Sheffield, particularly those that are most vulnerable. Developing a so what type of attitude will probably end in rates of transmission going higher, and that might end in tighter restrictions, meaning that we go back to a place that we once were and no one has the opportunity of visiting anyone again for quite some time, which is clearly something that we'd want to avoid. So we want to avoid that. Please keep your distance. Please keep your groups to 6 or smaller, wash your hands, wear a face mask where you're told to do so. You'll have heard the Chief Medical Officer and Chief Scientific Officer on the TV earlier. This is a very, very, very dangerous time as we head up to autumn and winter. We remain seeking to avoid harm. This remains a very dangerous respiratory virus. It's not just older people who are affected, mostly older people who are severely affected, but there are still some young people who are affected as well.